Hello, I am the Animal Alchemist. So, sometimes I listen to Raw Carnivore podcasts, and one of the latest ones from the PlantFree MD. It was talking about Dr. Nelson Vazquez. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. But yeah, so he's on the raw carnivore diet. He talks about how he got rid of diabetes. He went from eating a terrible, terrible processed food diet, full of sugar and empty nutrients, empty carbs, not getting the right nutrients, and how he got rid of diabetes by switching to raw carnivore for a year. So, yeah, I mean, eating a raw carnivore diet, especially if it's organic, I think is going to be better than eating at McDonald's every day or whatever else. I think that's just common sense. I don't think that means plant-based is bad. Because with these carnivore people, they're always saying about how fruit and vegetables are bad for you. How it's full of anti-nutrients. And they always go on about how plants have phytoestrogens, which some plants do, obviously. Just like, some plants boost testosterone, like ginger, garlic, onions, maca, ashwagandha, tons more. But they only ever go on about vegetables or herbs or seeds that have phytoestrogens in them. For one, the body knows what it's doing. It's always trying to seek homeostasis, balance in the body. But when you're eating animals, female animals, they literally are full of actual estrogen, not phytoestrogen, but estrogen from another mammal. So, of course, that's easier to absorb. So, that argument makes no sense whatsoever. Just based on that alone. But anyway, so let's look at this doctor, Dr. Nelson Vazquez. Oh, you see him there? So he looked like this. He's gone to this. Which, yeah, he looks better, but he doesn't look in the best of health, generally. He's not someone I'd aspire to look like. And I know that's not the point. The point is reversing the diabetes, but if you're cutting out sugar from your diet, that's definitely going to help. Because we know animal fats, LDL cholesterol. And yeah, that's another thing. Cholesterol's not bad. It's something the government put out there so that we all start eating terrible diet. Yeah, to an extent. Yeah. But there's different types of cholesterol. And animal cholesterol. Like, I know people who've eaten lots of meat in their diet. And they end up with vascular dementia. Because you're clogging your vasculars. You're clogging the veins in your head. Just like people clog the arteries in the heart. With animal fats. And the thing with seed oils as well, because these people always demonize the seed oil for the fats that they contain. Cheap seed oil is bad. They mix it with chemicals. They store it in a plastic bottle, which is leaching out all the chemicals from the plastic. But if you're eating cold pressed, and especially organic seed oils, then that's healthy. It's from seeds. It's HDL cholesterol, not LDL. Ugh. And yeah, so why aren't all the Hindu cultures? How have they survived? The ancient Jainist religion, oldest religion in the world, always been vegetarians, always had heavy belief in karma. Do not kill, do not steal, do not lie, etc. Why do they still exist? Why are they the healthiest in the world? Father of medicine. Why was he a vegetarian? Fathers of philosophy. Why were they all vegetarians? It obviously can't be that bad for the brain if the fathers of philosophy all vegetarians. Duh. Who else? Father of astrology in the West, vegetarian. Ayurvedic medicine, which is the ancient Indian medicine still around. Vegetarians. Of course. Right. So I'm going to start making videos on the carnivores because I enjoy listening to the podcast, even if I disagree. This is something most of the world, that Britain doesn't understand this anymore. Debate is a good thing. It's like people can't handle different opinions. I like listening to different opinions. I like listening to persuasion, even if I think you're wrong. Even if I think there's even a certain amount of immorality to it. Blah blah blah. And the guy first started pushing the raw carnivore diet. He's no longer raw carnivore. I'll do a video about that at some point. I want to start doing videos on them all, listening to them all, find out who they are, make videos. Right, so yeah, the guy who first started pushing the raw carnivore diet in this modern age, he's no longer raw carnivore. He got health issues. What does that tell you? I do, and because of that, I feel it's likely that a lot of these raw carnivore pushers are funded to do so by the pharmaceutical industry to cause problems with people. And yeah, there might be a certain amount of benefits to it. It could even be a certain amount of ancestral ties with it. With certain tribes or cultures eating more flesh than others. I could definitely see that, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's true. I don't know if that's true. That's what I'm going to dive into with each video. But for them to all say that plants are bad for everyone and the healthiest foods are liver and egg and blah 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 blah. It wouldn't make sense because if you think of the ancestral thing I just said, what about all the Hindus and Jains that have been eating vegetarian throughout the majority of their ancestry? What about Greeks that might stem from Hippocrates and Pythagoras, Socrates, and the rest of them, the Pythagoreans? And I know Greece eats a lot of meat now, but I bet there's people who stick with the Socratic diet, the original tradition. Anyway, that's enough for me. Goodbye.